So never nobody like, man, nobody trying to hit it. Like, have you ever just tried to
No,
like?
when I was in jail, yeah, because
Nobody wanted to
I'd
hear
be like, yo, buy this. I'm telling you.
They
They
like,
like,
fuck outta
this
here.
guy's going crazy up there. We used to buy in ounces. He's talking about,
This stock shit, we ain't got time for this shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get home, buy some more dope for the drought come.
right.
They ain't got time for your goofy shit.
And that's how the kids be. Like, they want now. You talking
Instant
about
gratification, yeah.
10 years from now, or when I'm 65, I'm gonna be a millionaire. They like, get the fuck out of here. I want a Rolls Royce tomorrow.
Yeah, and I get it. And 9 times out of 10, that shit ain't never gonna happen for the one that think they, for the one, cause just like how you was young, I was young at one point, right? And I always thought I was gonna make $10, $20 million right off into the sunset by the time I'm 30. Never had to talk to nobody again. Shit didn't go like that at all.
Right.
Like I was probably about just the opposite, 300,000, about $2 million in debt from medical bills and shit, and fucked up in the game. Like resetting my whole life.
Right.
So like when I see young people say that shit, I don't beat them down. I just say you got a lot to learn. Because I know what it's like for somebody to insult your dream.
Right.
Or fuck up your reality, even though it might be based on
I
false
just give
precepts.
them a picture of it though. Like, it ain't gonna hurt to put a little bit over there. See, you ain't like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they thinking of it, it's like, oh, you telling me to
All
this.
my money.
You telling me, you know what I mean? Even when you talk to people about small things, they'd be like, $500 an Apple or the new iPhone. iPhone. That's what they go. They don't want no rebate. They don't want no money back from that. Because they can't understand.
They can't see it. It's like air.
Not even a money factor. It's just, I don't even know what you're talking about. Just don't even exist for real. Like you want some
weird shit.
You trying to scam me. That's the first thing you doing is you scamming. Cause this is what I know. Like the first thing I knew about stock market, which was nothing, was that people kill themselves.
Yeah,
That was what's in my mind. I don't know where they even came from. Like I don't even
They
know
jump
how
off
I
the
even had
building,
that
yeah.
thought. I don't
They
know
jump off
nobody
the
that do
buildings.
that. That's weird. Like how do you think? How did we brainwash to just have that jump off the building?
Because the news, the same way you think if you live in Philadelphia, you come outside your house, you
I
get
ain't
shot.
never seen no news. Somebody just like
No, in the 80s, no, real shit.
they need to do a movie on that with Jamie Foxx.
No, even if you look at it like even if you look at like Wall Street and shit like that, like it was always some cunning shit where somebody lost everything, other people's money.
But you didn't know how they lost. Like that's what I'm saying. So the information wasn't really out there. Cause now you know, you be like, oh, he
played himself. Yeah.
He borrowed $100 million.
He blew up their whole fucking pension fund and just took the money. He bought the companies.
But it's like it's a hedge fund that borrowed $100 million and he betted it all to short a stock or something.
Yeah.
So when you don't know that, you like, nah, my money ain't doing that. And then I gotta kill myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess once I got that information, it was just like bright eyes, and I was expecting everybody else to just wake up and have bright eyes.
Don't go like that.
When they start seeing the money, then they did.
Okay.
But it was more like the people that took my classes was like celebrities or B celebrities. It was people that I didn't even know. And this was just during the pandemic.
Okay, so you was actually having classes where you was teaching people.
Yeah, I came home in September. I was having class 3 months from there. And I wasn't even, like, it was just like, I want to learn it. How can I, you know what I mean? People sending people to me, and you know what I mean?
To learn and teach them about it.
But people that I knew, they wasn't even interested.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. How was it for your peers that you actually grew up with? So they be looking at you like, ain't on that shit, or they just be like, we ain't interested.
A couple, you know.
No, because Pimp, I know it's like when I'm buying houses.
Of course, they thought it was drugs at first. Like a couple be like, yo, man, here, take my money. Then they calling me 2 days later, like, listen,
shit
bro.
Don't work like that, dog. Come take this shit
burning
back right
me
now.
out. Now I gotta sell this shit. It's down about $2.
So now they just took a loss.
Yeah.
So now they just took a loss.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. Yeah, it's crazy because it's hard. Most people think that in the world you buy for one, sell for two. Unfortunately, in the stock market, it don't always go like that.
Right.
And some days you could have bought it for one and it went down to 50 cents. But if you wait 6 months, it might have jumped back up. When the first time I bought Tesla, I bought it at $275. This is 2018. $275. Right before Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan and smoked that fucking blunt. When he smoked that blunt on Joe Rogan, so maybe I bought it at $375. I bought it at $375. He smoked that blunt on Joe Rogan. That shit dropped to $275. I'm mad as shit. And like, how can I get out this Tesla shit, right? But me and my sister was so new in it, we didn't even know how to sell the shit.
Right.
So we
y'all
can't sell the shit. We in a tag. I'm like, man, fuck it, don't worry about fuck. And my exact words was, man, fuck that shit, man. I lost more. I ain't worrying about that shit. Just leave it in there. Cause we couldn't figure out, cause I couldn't figure out how to sell it.
Right.
So I was like, man, fuck it, man. We do this shit later, another time. Whatever happened, life started life, and 6 months later, I'm just on my phone. That shit said Tesla jumped 600. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the shit was a joke. Yeah. So I'm like, this can't be right. This can't be right. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this shit jumped. So it jumped 6. Next day, 7. Then a week later, 750. Like I'm like, oh, this shit on a run.
It went up to $2,000.
2,500, and then the split 1 to 5.
I was there. I was there. Listen, this is why I made my. Everybody should have been rich. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had more money, I'd have been super rich.
I got you.
Because I was on like the Doge coins like before anybody, and I was telling them 5 years. I'm telling people on my page, just put $50 in it. In 5 years, it'll go to 50 cents. I ain't know shit. It did that in like an hour. And you know who put me on it?
Who?
Tesla guy, Elon Musk.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I used to study him in jail, Peter Thiel and all them guys that, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, they was in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit, University of Penn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Creating PayPal and all this. You know what I mean?
PayPal Mafia. And a lot of people don't even know that the PayPal Mafia is YouTube, Tesla. What's that other shit now that's doing kind of bad? The other cashless system. I forget it, but anyway, it's another system that two of them was. But the main thing is YouTube and fucking YouTube and Tesla. It's two of the biggest companies that came out of that PayPal Mafia. So that's a hell of a thing to see, and it all, like you said, it all started in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is, and you know, reading is a thing. You find a lot of things. Like I found about beyond stock market stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Shit that's paying 3,000 to 1. Like, you know what I mean?
So do you play around with futures and all that type of stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was trying to learn the CDSs, like the credit defaults and stuff like that. But you need real crazy money.
Yeah, you need a lot. That's millions. That's the boy. What's the boy from the Big Short?
Michael Burry.
Yeah, Michael Burry. That's his type of shit. I mean, that's usually like a hedge fund. So let's get to the book, man. Let's get to the book. It's a lot of fundamentals in this book, man. What was the thinking when you writing this? You like, man, I gotta show, like, breaking it down to the lowest denominator.
Trying, because that's the hardest thing to do.
Make people understand it.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm reading, it's a good book. When I'm reading it though, I know I understand it because I've been studying the market since 17. And I know anybody that's in the market can understand it. But I wonder if a person that's so new to the market, like, you ever handed the book to somebody who never been in the market or never did it, and what was their reaction?
You're not gonna grasp everything, and it's really no lower part of who you can even send it, because unless it's like examples. So that's why I give examples, so you can see the money, how it's made. But even it's the concept of a market, is people can't understand that. Like how people, they don't understand that a market is a place where it's buyers and sellers.
Yeah. And that part of it.
No, and then I try to just the word equity. People don't, that's 50 don't even understand that. They never had a house or nothing.
Yeah.
So you say equity, that's like, what are you talking about?
Equation, equality.
Yeah, for real. And you'd be like, yo, and this person graduated school when probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Worked the same place for 30 years, got a retirement and everything. So that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm like, man, like this joint is dope. And I'm like, I wonder if a person not motivated, could they just read it and understand it? You know what I mean? So, but when I'm reading, I'm like, yeah, I get it, because you going into the GDP, you bringing down a lot of principles of business.
Well, the main thing I went into that is because I like, we study economics every day. We live it. We just don't know.
You live it like a motherfucker. We're in a real system.
You know what I'm saying?
Capitalism is a system.
It's an invisible hand. Because you don't see a bag of chips going from $1 to $5.
But it's happening.
It happening right. You buying it.
You remember what $1 did? You know, $1 back in the day, you can get 2 bags of chips, a tasty cake, and a hug.
Yeah.
Them days is over.
It's over.
You can't get that nutrition right there.
And that's why they give basketball players them contracts because they know inflation go eat that bread up.
Yep.
That's why now they like, I want guaranteed first.
Well, yeah. But the funny shit is that like you said, I remember looking at those contracts. So the contracts go with inflation. So when I'm younger, I'm looking at them contracts. I'm like, damn. I remember when I saw that Juwan Howard got $100 million from the Washington Wizards. I used to read the paper when I was younger, and I was like, damn, that's $100 million. Holy shit. And that was over 10 years.
Right.
So I can imagine what a person from the 80s saw when they saw Magic Johnson had 20 years, 20 million. That shit probably looked crazy, like holy shit, right?
For sure.
So now Juwan Howard get 10 years, 100 million. Now Shaq like, yo, I want my 100 million, right? So everybody beefing for the 100 million, but it's all over a 10-year period. Now it's to the point where Steph Curry is getting 5 years, 250 million. Like we talking about 50 million per year.
Right.
And now they said it's so scary because those contracts are outpacing inflation. So to the point where they like, man, the players, them, they're like, fuck y'all, I ain't even gotta do nothing no more. Right. So now it's getting weird. It's getting weird for the owners. Like, these got too much money. Like it's getting crazy. So.
But that was a good deal. That was good business.
Yeah. Especially for the discount they got them for. But you know, that's another story. But so when I see that though, the flip side of that is that now I see houses, an average house. Neighborhood we grew up in, you need about 200,000, and that's not in tip-top shape. You need 200,000 just to get a regular house. Some of the worst areas I've been in, shit like Francisville, you need $1 million. You know what I mean? You need $500,000 to get in Francisville. Right. In Erie Avenue right now, Erie Avenue, everybody laughing at the new taxes came out, 430s, 399s.
But that also has to do with the money not being worth shit. So it's
I mean, the money ain't been worth shit for years.
I know, but it grows. It loses. They tell you it's losing.
It loses value every year.
But they have a number of percentages. Like even I don't even look at money in dollar value no more. It's always investing is percentages. You know what I'm saying? Like me trading. These days I make 3,000% off a penny stock in a day.
How much is that?
3,000% don't make.
But how much is it though?
If I put 10,000, that's 10 million. 20 for 10 times that is whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So if you put 10,000 in penny stock, how much is 3,000%?
$10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing. But if I put 10,000 in it, times 3,000%. You see what I'm saying? That's how they're playing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the day trade, it's Jones that's top alerts 200, 300% a day, and they just making it do it by buyers just. Squeezing it. Yeah. No, they just squeezing it.
This big squeeze.
But it's gonna last 10 minutes. You just gotta know
when to enter, when to exit.
You gotta know the chart, because that's all you trading.
So you deal with like all that Roman candle and all that shit. You fuck with all that.
Yeah. But the charts is the easiest thing. It's because you like a kid could do it. All you doing is, and I don't care. I teach the classes but I give it to them for free because all you're drawing is lines on top of the candles and they have to touch. If you can't do that, then something is wrong with it. It's like,
but then it's a resistance in there too, right?
That's your resistance. That's your resistance. Drawing the lines, like whatever the top is, say Tesla, and a top candle is on the left side, you're drawing that down to wherever the top candle is on the right side. Now, if it breaks through that candle, then you know it's going to go up. So now it's up to you how much % you want on your money. Yeah,
how long you going to stay in the trade?
If I got $1 million, all a person want to make on $1 million is 10% a year. That's every 5 years. That's another $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Or every 10 years.
Yeah, it's half a million. Every 10
I'm
years,
thinking 20%.
Don't worry about
it. If I make 20%, you know, a year compounded, that's how they do it. That's what they give Warren Buffett the money to do.
Yeah.
But he giving them 150%, or sometimes 50 on $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I study Buffett a lot, but Buffett and his main man,
Munger.
Yeah, Charlie Munger. Yeah. They funny as shit to me. They like two.
He was another one in Philadelphia.
Hey, listen, but they fucked me up because they told everybody, get rid of that fucking Bitcoin, right? That's what they saying. But as they saying it, they backdoor buying every fucking thing.
The government owns 6% of Bitcoin.
Exactly.
The U.S. government. If you go on their website, it says they own 6% of Bitcoin.
It's so that's what I'm saying about the money and the information. It's almost like whatever you hear, you should be doing the opposite of.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So who do you watch in this space when it comes to investing? Who do you watch?
Me.
Just you. Nobody else.
Because they distract me.
Oh. So you don't even. It's almost like music. You don't
I
listen.
mean, I listen.
You don't listen to other acts. You don't listen to other artists.
No, I listen to it like you
So
listen to
that's-
the radio, but
so that's
you
what I'm saying. So
thinking about stuff, right?
So it just be anybody. You just turn it on.
I put Bloomberg on every day, but it
Bloomberg.
really just be on.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
You
Like
ain't really taking it in.
it's blind spots. I guess like you just pick up on certain cues that you looking for.
Okay.
But I don't be listening to them because they throw me off. You know what I mean?
So you don't. So like if Warren Buffett them or Charlie Munger hitting one of them speeches, you ain't fucking with it. You don't watch it.
For what? Because they're getting they not coming up with the analysis. Somebody's bringing them papers and he's looking over and saying, yeah, that sounds cute.
So Kathy Wood, you ain't fucking with her.
I listen to them like, okay, they got a good strategy. I was on that too. Like it be on that too. Like, all right, like Kathy was when she talk about like Roku.
Now, I remember Roku was a dub.
Right.
And I rode Roku almost a 400, about three something. Yeah, I remember it.
Like 21, 22?
Yes. So and I bought it like in 17.
Yeah.
Cause the only reason I bought it, cause again, my sister like, yo, everybody got these Roku TVs, and them shit was $20, and that shit went all the way up to as high as 400. See, like I said, when I do this shit, I really do this shit. Like I do it now. Like I said, I'm not the best at it, and I'm definitely not a day trader. I'm not swing trading. Another one was plug. I did pretty good with the plug.
Okay, electric drum.
Yeah, the electric drum. But I lost on the joint Jumia. Actually bought some cheat code. They put it up the other day saying it's about to bust out again. I don't know. It's not. And I lost a little bit on Alibaba. I lost on Alibaba because I got it there a little too late.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you know, like I said, for me, I look at the company. I do look at cash on hand. You know what I mean? Because if a company is too broke, it's like I don't really want to fuck with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you just deal with resistance.
No.
Okay.
I deal with it all because I started just as an investor.
As long term.
Yeah, because that was the only knowledge I had.
Okay.
Then when trading came, it was like, oh, wow, you can make money betting on what direction the stock. You can't, and I'm not losing. It's not a bet because I'm not losing all my money. Like if I'm betting on the Eagles,
on 7, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one game. You know what I mean?
So you had your bets.
Yeah, because you could sell at 5% loss.
So you have everything set up like the automatic timer. Once you hit a certain number, hey, you'll get that shit out of there.
I like the wire. I be live. I like it live, but sometimes I do set it up.
You don't set,
if I'm
at
work or something, yeah, and I can't look in my phone.
I had a guy tell me that before, man. One time we was at a job working, and he was like, man, I can't work day shift. I'm like, what's wrong? He was like, man, I'm losing too much money. Well, he said I'm missing out on too much money because I got other shit I could be doing. And he was like an avid trader.
You make more money doing that.
Yeah, he's an avid trader. He lives and dies for the trades.
But like, now I just use ChatGPT to do my calculations.
Okay.
So I just use it as an assistant.
Okay. So have you ever so let's just say one of your friends get a quick check for like 20, 30,000. They come to you and say, Aunt, I need you to flip this. What would you tell them?
I'm not flipping it. I would tell them I could teach you how to invest it. You know, and I'll set them up, like what plays to get in.
Now, would you take them down a day trader route, or would you just take them in just an investing route at first?
Well, how much you said?
About 30,000. You know, what the average person getting in a lawsuit?
Well,
you know,
30,000, I might show them a day trading route, but I would have to give them I would have to show them and have them understand what they're doing.
Okay.
Like I don't just want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't, you know, I told you.
A day trading account, you need at least 25,000.
Yeah.
So you can have unlimited trades.
Yeah. But you could trade without the 25,000.
I traded with $1,000.
I'm about to say I don't. Yeah.
And made 25,000.
That's what I'm saying. A guy told me that shit back in the day, and I was like, "Dang, you gotta get 20,000." So when I'm going to go think about getting this 20,000 in there, another guy put me like, "No, that's just for unlimited trading. You can trade, you know, with 1,000. You know what I mean?"
Cause say like if you know, like all right, like a Amazon. Just say like when everything fell, March 2020.
Yeah.
Anything you bought 3 months after that, you was up. So if you would have got any options like a year out, even Bitcoin was like 6,000, 9,000 at that time. Okay.
Yeah. It was like 7,000. It was in the area like
7,000. I remember. I'm pulling the trigger on everything.
I can tell you, Bitcoin hit 700 in 2017. I remember I was driving on the Jersey Turnpike, and it's a black lady at an XM radio station, and she talks about business, and she said, yeah, and like all the Africans was like celebrating like we hit the lick, and I'm like, fuck. And I remember I read about Bitcoin in 2008.
Kanye
It
will
was
tell you.
it was 12 cents. It was less than 12 cents.
It was $1 something when I got it.
Shit,
I mean,
it wasn't even $1 when I heard about it.
it wasn't Reader's Digest.
They had gave Kanye West some Bitcoin.
Okay.
And this is like 2008. And I was like, man, nobody gonna use that shit. And I'm reading about it. I'm reading about it. It's in Hip Hop DX. I'm reading it, so it's a blog. It's a hip hop blog. I'm reading about it. I'm like, nobody gonna use that shit. That shit don't even make no sense. How the fuck you gonna buy some of the digital coin? So then, fast forward, this is 08, 012, the boy Ryan Leslie starts talking about it. And I hear 50 talking, I hear him just talking about it. I'm like, so then I tried to look at how to buy it, and it was too fucking confusing.
Because you had to get it on the thing.
Yeah,
it was
too
nothing like
confusing.
how it is now.
It was too confusing for me. It wasn't no Coinbase, none of that shit.
Listen, I know.
Yeah, you had to have like 6 different passwords, and I'm like, nah, I ain't
lost
fucking with
Bitcoin like that.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
real,
Yeah, they
real
can't get back into the account, and they say once you lose the account, you can't get back into it.
It was a wrap, and we boarded. I don't know, Black.
Slewfoot Black, the one that walk off. Yeah.
So Black Brother, that's why he used to do everything for me from jail.
Okay.
Like I'm trading out the newspaper, bro. Like I'm mean. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm calling, yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm trading, not day trading or like options. I'm just buying stocks and trading, riding them up.
Yeah, you ride them up.
And jumping off or whatever. That was just only because I needed capital.
Yeah. You can start like that. You can make some money.
You know what I mean? But as far as the options, not to jump course, but like the people like the Warren Buffett, they do probably 2 trades a year, like big trades. Because if anybody want to get rich, the formula is wait till the market crash.
Yeah, when it's
just
blood in the
dump
water.
A bunch of money on the stocks that's gonna come out of it. You're gonna come up. That's like the easiest thing you could do. But you gotta have patience. 10, 12 years waiting on it.
I'm a patient man.
All right.
So tell me this, man, before we get up out of here, man.
Yes,
in 10 years, man, where you want to go? Like, what's your dreams? Where you going towards?
To teach the economics the right way, to keep everybody abreast on what's going on, as far as with monetary policy, with crypto, with things like that, so we don't be left behind. It's just the information, because we got to get it out fast. Like we was just talking about how fast it's going.
Oh, it changes fast. Yeah.
Like the AI stuff, I was on this 10 years ago with those companies, ByteDance and all these. Like I knew about them, just ain't know how to invest in them. I knew about Nvidia though. You know what I mean? But people still they not even hip to what Nvidia does.
Yeah.
Unless you're a gamer.
Yeah.
You know? But like I said, I don't do it for the classes to get money from people. I trade and make my own money.
Okay.
It's the information.
So so do you have a class you charge people for, or no, you just?
Sometimes, but that takes away from what my
you
trade.
Do? Okay.
Now, when I set up a class that's like automated or whatever, then I'll do it like that.
So like I said, now you got guys like Wall Street Trapper, you got the whole Earn Your Leisure guys, then you have, but before any of them, I was a guy I heard of.
We all started at the same time as far as we was, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't on that type time, not marketing that.
You wasn't all in the front with it.
Because I know I understand what type of money this is. I don't need your money. Because I understand this type I want you to get this money. Now I understand how they do it. It takes their time because they got to teach you. But you're not really, unless they giving you the plays.
So only teaching you interested in doing is after the market close. So if you have a class or something, it's going to be after 5 p.m.
I was doing one-on-one classes like Zoom and shit. And just real quick, say I'm done trading at 4 o'clock. Now I got to look at the market for an hour to see what they're talking about.
After I was going to the next day.
Bam. And then I'm doing the class that's 1 class an hour, 2 class an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It burns out my day. I still got to watch the market to know what's going on in China for the next day. Then I got to get up at 5 to hear the news. Make sure ain't no bombs go off or nobody threaten the country. You know what I'm saying? It's an ongoing process when you. So it was eating me because I really wanted to give it to the people, but they're taking from now my money.
Yeah, now your money's slowing up.
You
missing out on sweet licks.
Yeah. And I know that everybody is different.
Okay. All right. Well, if people want to get in contact with you, tell them how could they get in contact with you.
Magnum Opus Trading on Instagram, Facebook. Where else I'm on? Twitter, and magnumopustrading.com is the website. Also, Talk of the Culture Media. Check out my page. We do promotion for artists, actors, models, whatever.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming out. I know you're a busy man.
Thank you, man. Just Convo.
Just Convos, man. Again, this is Sharif Hankins. Make sure you go to the Facebook page, check us out, like, share, subscribe. I want to thank you for sitting down with us and enjoying your time. Have a good one.